I am back with part 2 of day 1. A little awkward, I know, but there's the live part. I wanted you to see who I was. And then now I want to go into showing you some amazing free resources you can get and how you can use them to draw and write paperlessly. So let's start with Office Online. If you are a teacher, all you need is a school email account to be able to get Office 365 for you and your students free. Now, of course, if your district wants to purchase it, there is a fee for that because it comes with a lot of management features. But if you just want it as a teacher for you and your students, if you'll go to products.office.com, I'll put the full address here in the link bar, but you can get Office 365 for free. You just enter your school email address and they'll validate that, and then you've got the product for free. So I'm going to go ahead again and put that link right here in the comments. Once you've got Office, you've got a lot of different products, and I'm going to show you a few that I use for drawing and writing. I use OneNote Online a lot for drawing and writing, and I use Word a lot for drawing and writing. I'm also going to show you in this video today a couple of other tricks, such as the Windows 10 screenwriting tools. So let's go ahead and dive in with Word Online. I'm logged into one of my Word accounts, and I'm just going to go into a blank document here. And we'll wait for that to load just for a minute. Hope you guys are having a good Christmas season so far. As that loads, with Word Online, you're a little limited to what you can draw. And I'm really going to put draw in quotes because it's more highlighting than drawing in the online version. So I'm going to type something right here. I wish you would buy me a hippopotamus for Christmas. I really would. If anybody wants to buy me one, I would love to have one. In Word Online, I have my highlighter tools. So if you're needing students just to highlight for you, they can accomplish that by going to Word Online, picking the word they want to highlight and doing that. And they do have several different colors, but that's kind of womp womp to me. If I want students to be able to write, say I'm a math teacher and I want students to be able to work out math problems for me on a worksheet, I need really a lot more than what this can do. So I'm going to do this trick. Up in the gray toolbar, you will see the word Edit in Word. I'm going to click to Edit in Word. It's going to open. I see a lot of teachers and students click this box. You click this box if you have trouble opening the real Word, okay? But Word is open for me. And with Word, I have some toolbars here. And one of the toolbars I have is my drawing toolbar. So I'm just going to click over to that. Here's my same document. But let's say again that I needed to do some math problems or something. I need to do more than just what a highlighter would do. Depending on if you have touchscreen devices or if you don't, so phones would qualify as touchscreen, you might need to activate this little feature that says Draw with Touch, okay? And then you've got tons of pens over here. You can do Add Pen to add different shapes, to add different sizes, different colors. I love colors, but why not a rainbow pen, you know? So I'm going to go ahead and do my rainbow pen, okay? And I'm going to do this really hard word problem or math problem, 2 + 2 = 4. You also have tools here like Ink to Shape or Ink to Math. But as far as drawing goes, if you'll just hit that draw toolbar, and again, draw with touch or not, it is a little more awkward with a mouse, but students, you'd be surprised what they can do. I remember my brothers using Microsoft Paint when that was first came out, and they could draw these incredible things with a mouse. So it can be done. Maybe we teachers struggle with that. So drawing with touch, drawing without, but you can do that in Word. What's a practical use of this? Say that you have a document you need to sign, you know, your employee contract comes out, a leave form, something like that. You can open that into Word, and I'm going to show you a trick for opening PDF into Word in just a minute. But you can open that into Word, and you can sign using this drawing toolbar. Then you have a real signature. It does count legally, and you can send that back to whomever needs it. So what's the trick I just said if you need to open a PDF? Well, here it is. I'm going to go to File, Open. And when I go to that document, or when I go to that menu, I'm not going to get right here everything I need. I'm going to go to the word Browse, okay, because I'm going to need to be able to select a different type of menu to open. We'll let that load just for a minute. I'm going to go to some old 8th grade stuff I have here and try to find us a PDF, okay? I'm going to let that file load, and you want to go ahead and drop this menu down. Instead of all files, you want to choose PDF files, okay? What we're doing is we're allowing a PDF to open in Word so we can write on it, okay? When I clicked PDF files, I have some out to the side. Now, y'all haven't used these in forever. I teach teachers now. But when I click this PDF and I click Open, the first time you do that, you're going to get a little pop-up box that'll say, hey, we're about to make this editable. Is that what you want to do? Well, that is what we want to do. That's why we're doing this trick in the first place. So I'm in Word, but I'm opening a PDF. see what happens. We'll give it just a minute. Okay, what it does is it opens so that now it's in Word. If these were images, they don't convert as well as they should, but if it were text, which some of this is, it will actually let you edit the text. But now what can I do? I can go back to my drawing toolbar, pick up my pen, and write whatever it is I need to write. So you can highlight in Word Online, but you can draw in Word even on PDFs. Okay, so that's my first little hack for writing and drawing in Word. Isn't that so cool? I'm not going to save any of that, and let me clear out so there's not so much for you to look at here. It's going to get a little bit chaotic. Okay, the second place that you can write or draw is in OneNote. And y'all, I've always said for the last several years that I'm on the OneNote love boat. If you haven't met OneNote, it's the unsung hero of the Office suite. It is basically a digital 3-ring binder. Now, I, as an 11th, and I taught 8th through 12th grade. The only one I didn't teach was 10th in that little span. But I carried home huge binders. I mean, fat 3-inch binders with all my materials in them. And if I had had OneNote, I could have done all the same things I needed to do without breaking my back and carrying this heavy crate that, of course, I would drop on the way to my car. So I'm going to tap on OneNote. And when I do, again, I'm back just in my Office 365, which you can get totally free, that account. I'm going to go into OneNote, and I'm going to open a notebook I already had. Now, if you didn't, let me toggle back here just for a minute. You can always start any kind of new Office document in OneDrive. So if you go to OneDrive, think of OneDrive as a giant flash. You can't fill it up, you can't lose it, you can't break it. Okay? So when you get to your giant flash drive, you can always do plus new up here, and you can create every document, including a OneNote notebook. I don't want to create another notebook because I teach teachers. I have so many notebooks shared with me that I just really don't want to, create anymore. So I'm going to go into a notebook that I use for random things at the house, recipes or things like that. I'm going to open this notebook, and again, we're talking about, you can see about drawing. So I'm not really going to talk too much about OneNote, what OneNote can do, but maybe another day. You'll see that I have a drawing toolbar online that I did not have in Word Online. And I can, again, choose different pens or highlighters. That you can tell I'm a Georgia girl because I said pens, highlighters. I can choose different colors over here. Of course, I'm going to choose a fun one. And I can do my same writing online that I was having to do in the full version of Word. So there's a bonus in OneNote, okay? Also, you can open in OneNote if you need them to be able to write on a document. And I say they, I should be more precise, your students. If you need students to be able to write on a document, it's oftentimes a lot easier if they will open the document that you've shared with them in OneNote, and then it's the same process. They go to the drawing toolbar, they select their pen, and they can draw. It sometimes just seems to not shift around. If I'm drawing on a blank page, almost like a whiteboard like I just did here, then I don't have to worry so much about if I'm using the online or the full version. But if you're going to, want your if you're going to want your documentation to be more precise and students can write in certain blanks in certain places, circle certain things, then you're going to maybe want to use the full version, okay? As promised, I'm going to show you something else that comes with any Windows 10 machine. So I'm going to get out of Office now because this is Windows 10 based. And you'll find it down here on your taskbar. I never knew, honestly, before I started training, I never knew the name of this thing down here, but the black bar that has a clock on it is your taskbar. And when you're on your taskbar, you're going to look right here for a little pen with a swirly. If you don't have that, you can right-click on your taskbar and you can check the box that says Show Windows Ink Workspace. Okay, so I'm now going to open the Windows Ink Workspace. And again, this is a feature of Windows 10. So if you have a machine that can run Windows, not a Chromebook, unfortunately, but if you have a machine that can run full software, then you are able to upgrade and get this. And you'll see 3 features here. You've got sticky notes built in, you've got Sketchpad, and you've got Screen Sketch. Let me show you quickly Screen Sketch. What it does is it takes a picture of exactly what's on my screen right now. So when I click that, I've now got a screenshot. And then I've got these pens up here at the top, again, different thickness, different colors that I can select, and I can highlight things, like if I were going to show you where to put your email address. So if you just need a quick annotated screenshot that you can then share or save, you've got sharing and saving options up here, then use that Windows Ink Workspace. I'm going to close out of that. If you needed just a whiteboard, you can go back to that Windows Ink workspace. And there's also a tool called Sketchpad here. And this is not my drawing. Someone is much more artistic than me. But you can go in and you can start a new workspace, which I'm having a hard time doing right this minute. So I can erase all that. I don't want to erase this person's beautiful drawings. I must have left my computer unlocked. But you can come in here and you can draw and then capture that, copy it, save it. So if you just need more of a whiteboard feature, then you've got, again, Sketchpad. And all those are found under the Windows Ink workspace. Sticky notes is not as much of a drawing feature, so I'm not going to highlight that in our video. You know, let's start with let's end with probably what I should have started with.